The magic surrounding me has grown weak. Now is the time to invoke the curse. Hear me, loyal servants! A new source of evil has been found. Seize it for your master, so I can rise again and take my place as the one true ruler of Sequin Land.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Hey guys, Heman 10 here, and welcome to another episode of He-Man's Critique, where today I will be reviewing Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, for the Nintendo Switch anyway, which there shouldn't really be any difference, I don't believe, but so here's the thing. I started off with Shantae Half Genie Hero when I found it at a Best Buy, and I had to go on a long airplane trip, and then I tried out Risky's Revenge, and I've said that both of those were my favorite because I didn't try Pirate's Curse out yet. And now, you know, like when I was in Vegas and there was another trip, I tried out Pirate's Curse, and now I'm willing to argue that I will actually go with the majority on this one because it is that great of a game. And so I got the game digitally, no physical copy, which is why I'm not holding up the game or the box like the usuals. But I'm ready to get started and tell you guys why this is one of my favorite games of all time. And hell, I could even say that this can compete with Donkey Kong Country 2. So let's get started. So the game starts off with, after the events of Shantae Risky's Revenge, Shantae is shown at her house without any of her genie powers, so she has to learn how to fight whilst being human, and since she still has her hair, she pretty much is already on a head start. So, Scuttletown is under attack, and so Shantae has to defend her city, or town, or whatever you want to call it, village, city, town. I don't quite get what it is, but you know, it's under attack by the ammo barons who bought out the town because apparently the mayor was offered a whole bunch of chocolate. So Shantae, since the contract was supposed to be about a month before they could even take over the town, she tries to fight off the ammo baron, which she succeeds, but then the guards immediately go on her ass and say that she's revoked from the guardian position, and so she gets fired. So after her long day, she goes to her house, which for some reason doesn't even have a bath, but then suddenly a bath shows up as a trap, and then as Shantae decides to use it, she gets trapped by Risky Boots, who thought that Shantae took one of her men from her, when in reality, what was going on was the Pirate Master was coming back because of all the magic being scattered all over the place. Which is where Shantae decides she needs to team up with her enemy, Risky Boots, and go on her quest to stop the Pirate Master. So that's, I know it's sort of a long plot and it's supposed to be somewhat of a spoiler and puts me in Brady's position here where I'm telling the whole story, but that's pretty much how it goes throughout the whole thing. And so the gameplay so far, it's really amazing, which here's the thing, it goes away from its whole transformations gimmick and it gives you a bunch of different pirate gear of Risky Boots that you have to unlock as you keep going on your quest. The backtracking, it's very decent. It's not like you have to go through like this whole, I'm gonna go here, then here, then here, then here, like make it forever though. It's like, it's very quick on its feet with the backtracking. Like you could do it within like 5 seconds and then done. And now, can we take a moment to appreciate the whole art style of this game? It takes the whole Game Boy Advance graphics and takes everything we love about it and then puts it on more modern day consoles. The soundtrack is really incredible, and I'm willing to say that I really enjoy the Spiderweb Island theme. Now, one thing to note is sometimes it'll give you very different gameplay, like Run Run Roddy Tops. There's this whole different thing where you just have to run. You can't attack the enemies, you can only run away from the enemies, and you have to dodge them in certain ways. My only issue with that is the whole one-hit kill mechanic. Like, it's okay because you're not going to run out of lives, you're not going to run out of health, but it can get very annoying. You get super far, and then you have to start the 1 point all over again simply because you couldn't dodge one of them, or because they just showed up out of nowhere. Yes, I know that there's trial and error, but that's fine. So, one thing to note about this story and all, this game has very, very clever ways at comedy. Like, there was this one part with the princesses who, like, well, put it this way, Shantae shows up at one island, gets a password, and then they mistaken her for a princess, and then for some reason they mistaken 3 others, only to find out that the real princess was like this very ugly thing that looks like a rejected Muppets character. And it was very funny when they all found out what they mistook him for. Like, Risky Boots was ready to murder him in a very grisly matter. And there's this one bit of comedy that I'm pretty sure that, you know, you guys see my username, then you're pretty much gonna get what this is a reference to.
Here you go.
My blade! Now that I have it, I'd better make myself scarce. I'm pretty sure my good friend Branson is about to make a sudden appearance.
Oh gosh. Shh. He's going to say the words.
Hey guys, we should go get matching purses. No reason they should be just for ladies anymore. Am I right? Hey, fellas, don't leave, fellas. Come back!
It's Branson. Shout out your battle cry.
I gained the advantage! Now then, only a trio of others are privy to my deception. The Bold Enchantress, Man with Guns, and the Hob Mage.
And now me. 4.
Right, 4. Together we protect Castle Boneface from the uncouth legions of the Grim Reaper's ghost!
Aw, your adventures sound kinda cooler than mine.
They are, and I'm also an excellent role model.
I'm not, on account of my bad temper and outlandish outfits.
Just remember, kid, it's not what's on the outside like skin and hair. It's what's on the inside that counts. A kind heart and blood and your guts. That's what makes the whole body go round.
Thanks, that means a lot, Brandon.
Who's Brandon?
Knock it off, you're the same guy just with a fancy halter top.
Okay, show's over, get going. And remember, tell the truth and be true to yourself.
Aw, sweet, we saw it. Yep, the Grim Reaper's ghost will pay good money for this info. Let's head back to the Ammo Baron before he notices we're missing. See, girlfriend? What? The girls from the Saliva Island? You work for the Ammo Baron?
Yeah, so they actually ended up making a spoof of Heman and got away with it. And it was very hilarious. So, you know, it has some very unique ways of a story and the comedy. It gives you these amazing character designs and amazing soundtrack for every level. Some complaints though, like, though a lot of these islands are very fun, Saliva Island, Spiderweb Island, etc., etc., there's this one place, I don't remember what it was called, it was like Mud something. I really don't understand what the deal is with you having to put 700 hits on these enemies that can easily kill you within a few hits. It's like really bothersome at times, you know? It's like, oh man, Lady Venom just showed up out of the ground and now I can't kill it very quickly. And another thing, Pirate Mode, which is pretty much the easy mode of Pirate's Curse. Why is it that you have to beat the entire game to get that? I understand that having the pirate gear, it's something that you earn, but one thing I just don't get is the fact that if it's an easy mode for beginners to try out, why is it that you have to play through the entire game to get that easy mode? As if you can only let beginners try that mode if it's a friend of yours, you know? That's something that I don't quite understand, but it's not something that stops me from loving this game. So the different pirate gear, though it's different from the transformations, it's really fun. The cannon lets you do a triple jump. The boots let you do this very rush thing that lets you be invincible and easily kill a lot of enemies that are in your way, or run through platforms that you weren't able to run through because they break very quickly. The hat lets you glide longer. The scimitar lets you do sort of a Mario ground poundish thing, but with a sword. There was one more here. The gun, it lets you attack from long ranges, but so can other bits of equipment at some points. But let's see, I did the cannon, the boots, the scimitar, the gun. I think that's it. So, alright, the whole gist of this game is just amazing, especially the, oh lord, there's some fourth wall breaks, especially with the Squid Baron. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will probably say that the Squid Baron is pretty much life. So, within the game, you hear that Shantae and Risky Boots, you know, they make sort of a deal where after Shantae, she collects all of her equipment. She's supposed to give the equipment to Risky Boots when they get to the final part of it. So, without further ado, let's get into the spoiler section. Oh my god! Why do you keep showing up here? You literally want them to spoil your games! What is with you people? You just sit here and let him spoil your games over and over and over again. What is wrong with you people? Seriously, what is wrong with you? You just want to sit here and get into all these spoilers so then he can ruin the game for you? Okay. So, after you get all the pirate gear and after you have beaten all of the dungeons and such, you go to the Pirate Master's grave to finally stop him once and for all. But when you're getting ready to, he actually rises from the grave anyway and tries to take his body back from Risky Boots. Though Risky Boots didn't take over his body, he pretty much takes Risky just to rise from the grave at least. And so, he takes Risky Boots away, and Risky Boots wants you to collect all the dark magic. If you don't do so, and you just go straight to the Pirate Master, then you get this okay boss fight with the Pirate Master, and it'll end with you giving Risky Boots the gear and Risky Boots chasing after the Pirate Master. But if you do what I did and take the extra step and collect all of the magic, you get to fight an extra boss of the Pirate Master, which it's very unique. It's pretty awesome. In my case, you know, it's an extra boss fight. It's not like you just collect the magic and it gives you a new ending. It's more like it gives you a whole new boss fight. It gives you more game to play. It gives you a bigger reason to go and collect it. So it's not like that whole oh man, well, I already saw this cutscene before, why am I even doing this? This is more of a, oh, there's more of the game I could play if I do this? Then I'd better do this. I'd better go back. It gives you something to continue playing the game for, which is really incredible. You know, that's something that you really want to do. Sort of like Diddy's Conquest, you know, Donkey Kong Country 2. It's, that one, it gave you another boss fight and everything, which gave you a reason to collect the coins, do all of the extra levels and all. Even though the ending wasn't good, you get a whole new boss fight, you get a whole new level thing, you know. It's that sort of thing, you know, so... One complaint about the boss fight, though, in Shantae Pirate's Curse, I don't understand why the Pirate Master takes a good chunk of your health for every one attack. Now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if, you know, like, say, sorry, I've lost my train of thought here. So, it would not be much of a deal with, everything going on if his attacks weren't so difficult to dodge. Like, there are these giant cannonballs that just come out of nowhere, and you have no way of dodging them. So you better have a shit ton of potions, or else you are not going to dodge that at all. And I promise you that you will not. Because it's not possible. You can't dodge it. And so it takes a good third of your health at best, you know. Another thing to note is when you get to the extra boss, you don't have your pirate equipment because he takes your pirate equipment away from you. However, you get 999 damage. And as for Risky Boots, when she runs away, she's not running away to run after the Pirate Master. She runs away to get ammo barrels to shoot cannonballs at the Pirate Master. So then she pretty much helps Shantae get through that. And then the secret ending comes where Shantae gets to give the mayor back his town, fixes the whole town, parts way with Risky Boots, and then that's pretty much it. And you know, it's fantastic. It really is. It truly is. It gives you a whole new boss fight. It lets you stop them. Now, one thing though is like Risky Boots, you know, she's not gonna be a good guy from then on. She's just gonna be her, and Shantae does her. You know, it's that sort of thing. So, yeah. So overall, this game is really fantastic, and it really, really deserves a good try. You know, like back in the Game Boy Color days, it didn't do too good because it came around at like the end of the Game Boy Color cycle. It got a canceled game on GBA. Then it got the best on DSi. Then it got on Nintendo Power with Pirate's Curse or Risky's Revenge. Then Half Genie Hero came out. Ever since Risky's Revenge, it has just been such an amazing game. And I must tell you, Pirate's Curse is just the greatest of the bunch, in my opinion. You are entitled to your opinions, I'm entitled to mine. I will agree on that. But I must really encourage you that you try this game, because it is fantastic. I literally ran through the whole game on pirate mode all over again, just so I could review this game and give it every little bit of, you know, everything to put down on this game, I got for you guys. You know, like I've tried to find the pros, the cons, and it's a lot of pros. Not very many cons at all. You know, so give it a try. Please. I highly encourage that you guys give this game a try. It is fantastic. Alright? With or without getting the secret stuff. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this episode of He-Man's Critique. This is He-Man 1010 bidding you adieu.